afternoon and welcome to today's match between Bethel University and your Huntington University Foresters. At this time, we want to take a few moments and pay special tribute to a group of men who are playing their last regular season Crossroads League home contest. First up is Nick Allen from Auburn, Indiana. Nick is being escorted by his parents, Robert and Andrea. Nick is a sport and exercise major who will be pursuing his master's in occupational therapy. Nick's ultimate desire is to work with kids with special needs. Thank you, Nick. Our next senior is Izadi Banda from Belongwe, Hawaii. He is being escorted by Jamie Bode, Mama Orekio, Mama Cook, and Mama Allen. He will be earning a double major in marketing and management, along with a minor in philosophy. If that was not enough, Zadi is also a member of the HU Athletic Honor Roll. As for Z's future, he is committed to landing a marketing role with a professional sports team. Thank you, Zadi. Next, we have Auburn's own Reed Burton. With Reed today are his parents, Lance and Belinda. Reed is also a double major student with business management and sports management to his name. Reed has been a part of our leadership corps, which will serve him well as he looks to start his business career in the spring. We thank you, Reed. Blake Cook. Blake is being escorted by his parents, Clint and Lisa, along with sister Rachel. Blake has played an intricate part of HUMS leadership corps and has been a great example for all of us with his hard work and his team-first mentality. Blake is also talented in the classroom, being named to the HU Honor Roll while double majoring in psychology and sociology. In the near future, Blake plans on getting his master's in mental health and addiction counseling. Thank you to Blake. Next, we have a Deal France native, Valentine DeConnick. Val is being escorted by one of his favorite HU professors and mentor, Dr. Ann McFerrin. Val is also a member of the HU Athletic Honor Roll while investing himself in the classroom. Val is a double major in econ and finance along with business management. His plans are to move on to the next level and earn a master's degree in international business. Thanks, Val. Camden Dice. Cam hails from Clare, Michigan. He is being escorted by his parents, Jeff and April. Cam has spent the past 2 years with us as a graduate student seeking his MBA. Cam is also excelling on the baseball field for the Foresters as a two-sport athlete while being the CEO of his own roofing company. His future desires are to expand his company while doing mission work during the winters in Central America. Thank you, Cam Dice. Gabe Greenfield. Gabe is being escorted by Joanne Cruz Erlinson and former HUMS teammate Jake Erlinson. Originally from Novo Hamburgo, Brazil, Gabe came to Huntington 3 years ago from Marygrove College. In the spring, Gabe will be earning a double major in accounting and business management while minoring in economy and finance. Along with coming to rely on Gabe's brilliant shot-stopping ability, he has also served on our leadership corps. In the near future, he will continue to pursue the next level for his soccer career while applying his academic training into his business career. Thank you, Gabe.
Student athlete.
Our next senior is Nathan Orekio. Nate is being escorted by his parents, Anthony and Lisa, along with his sister Lindsay, an HU Honor Roll student. As an HU Honor Roll student, Nate will be graduating this spring with a psychology degree. His true passion is writing and he's looking to see where that will take him. Graduate school is definitely in the near future for him, and this will hopefully lead to being published, traveling the world, and getting many teaching days. Thank you, Nate.
Yes, Ricky.
Our final senior is Noah Stanford. Noah is a native from Stittsville, Canada. He is being escorted by HUMS assistant coach Nick Harmson. Our captain and passionate leader will earn a marketing and sports management degrees this spring. Already well on his way with his social media venture, Footy Central, Noah's goal is to ultimately land on a marketing team for a professional sports team in North America. Many thanks to Noah. Each of these fine young men want to extend their deep appreciation and gratitude for the support of their parents, family, teammates, and coaches. You have all enriched the experience of them in their collegiate athletic career here at HU. Men, please know that your time and effort that you have devoted to Huntington University soccer is truly appreciated by Coach Lawson, Coach Woost, Coach Kessler, Coach Keski, Coach Harmson, and Coach Newberry. They're also appreciated by the athletic department as well as the HU administration. You, young men, have amassed a 41, 19, and 13 overall record. You have won 2 Crossroads League tournaments.
Yes,
You have played in 2 NAIA national tournaments.
Yes, sir.
And you have positioned yourself to make a fantastic run again this year. May our Lord continue to bless you as you pursue the passion that are within you as you go into the world and make a difference for Christ. Thank you.
Have fun watching, guys. One picture, and then we'll bring the guys into the background. So after the first one, I think it's great too. I think we're gonna have to get some families in maybe in the front kneeling, or maybe players.
What are we doing?
I guess that'll be good. No. I'm ready. Yes, boys! Hey, boys! What's up, Marty? Thank you.
Keep your head, kid.
Hey!
And we would go to BG, like something big, like a nice restaurant. Good to see you guys too. I'm good. I'll talk to you after. Where'd my mom go? Oh, there you are. Alright. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Love you.
See you, Nate.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not just used for their talents, but embraced as collaborators. The second is respect for the community, where the natural environment, the local community, and the audience are all treated with the utmost care and respect. Filmmaking impacts not only the filmmakers, but those around us too. The third is respect for the art, because each filmmaker should be given artistic freedom to work creatively and to the best of their ability, while remembering that we are all working towards the same story. We believe that by living out these community values daily, the resulting projects will be works of passion, infused with the artistic voices of all the filmmakers. Our hope is that our students will not only practice these values during their 4 years here, but that they will take them into the professional industry and over time, revolutionize the way films are made in the United States and the rest of the world. We are striving to create leaders who pursue excellence in their craft while showing love and respect to those around them. What does it mean to impact your community? As a broadcast media major at Huntington University, you'll explore that question and uncover the heart of storytelling. Tell real-life stories of the world around you from day one and uncover why it matters to the campus, community, and beyond. It could be in our live TV studio through our award-winning newscast, broadcasting home athletic events, or running HU's very own radio station. You'll have the opportunity to use industry standard equipment from 4K cameras to instant replay to better prepare you for a future career. In addition to foundational courses, you'll have the chance to specialize in church media, corporate media, news, or marketing and sales. Or spend your last summer interning in one of America's largest cities, Phoenix, Arizona. In this one-of-a-kind opportunity, you'll have a home base at Huntington University's Arizona Center for Digital Media as you launch into professional opportunities catered toward your area of interest and enjoy the sunshine in the process. Your professional network begins as soon as you become a forester. Broadcast media majors at HU have a long-standing history of success in the job market. You'll be connected with alumni who have gone before you, not to mention all of your professors have industry experience. You've been given a gift. Why not use it to impact your world for Christ? Huntington University Broadcast Media. Real life stories, real world experiences. Impact your community.
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor. Helping them learn the information or helping them minister a test, whereas some universities, you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student and want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment includes a VO2 Max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes, students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to physician assistant school. And then also another common career path for students is to become a strength conditioning specialist and mainly work with athletes. Exercise science is a degree where students will gain a lot of knowledge about health, but having someone that has the knowledge and experience to help an individual to get fit, to get healthy is important. And students at Huntington University, they learn about knowledge that's credible and that's important for students to have so they can help these individuals.
Everything has a beginning, a moment where a dream becomes an idea, and an idea a creation. Cutting-edge creators are engaging in the ever-changing medium of digital media. But one thing never changes, and that's story. We are storytellers. Whether it's on set, in the lab, or in the field, we are always looking to understand the heart of society and explore the depths of human nature. The goal is to make captivating, moving narratives that the world will want to view and cherish. But the journey to that goal is vital. Where you learn and how you learn makes all the difference. Every great movie or broadcast has a creative body working behind it, and those artists and technicians had to learn, had to start somewhere. They needed a place to tap into their passions and train in their craft. Digital media is a living, breathing thing, consisting of a network of moving parts. Different skills are necessary for a healthy creative body. Some skills you may not have even heard of yet. And without each of those individual breathing parts, we would look and sound a whole lot like this. We need you. In Huntington University's Digital Media Arts Department, you get your hands on equipment from day one. You don't have to wait a few years to get in the studio or get on a set. In your first year, in your first semester, you'll work in supporting roles on underclassmen projects and even get to develop your own stories. So, you want to operate the Red? We can do that. Want to learn how to use a Cintiq? We got you covered. How about anchoring a live TV studio? Yeah, we got one of those too. You may not have a clear plan in mind, or may not know what your interests are yet, but your years at Huntington are time for self-discovery and to embrace your passions. One thing's for sure, the professors are always a source of encouragement and ongoing advice, who more than anything want to see you succeed and grow in those passions. You may be missing home, but rest assured, you always have a family to turn to in this department. Not only does the program grow your technical and artistic side, but it also pushes you to seek truth and grow in your walk with Christ. The power of story itself derives from Jesus. Our artistic skills and visions can be a most meaningful form of worship. The real world starts before that diploma is handed to you. You have opportunities to build up your demo reels, travel for your craft, and work with clients. We prepare you for a life in LA if you choose, possibly a career at DreamWorks, or maybe you work for a professional sports network. Our students are putting out good work and showcasing it to the world. We attend a number of conferences, festivals, and competitions each year. I'll let our awards speak for themselves. And get this, 93% of our graduates are working or in grad school. So this goes out to all the storytellers, dreamers, and artists out there looking for a place to call home the next 4 years while honing their creative minds and skills. So what do you say? Are you in?
It's on the... He made it! Oh my God!
A home run for right fielder Adrian Perez.
Perez started playing baseball at a young age where he fell in love with the sport. Then, when he made it to high school, everything changed.
When I was a junior, this guy saw me in Florida playing, and he asked me if I want to stay in Florida for better education and find like a scholarship or something in the USA.
This was an offer that Perez and his parents didn't see coming, but there was another curveball on its way.
In that year, my mom got cancer. When that happened, she talked to me and said, "Oh, do you dream? Like go follow your dream. I'm gonna be fine."
So he listened to his mom and started playing for the Iowa Lake Community College Lakers in 2015. That's when he earned the nickname Big Shot. But in the midst of his great success with the Lakers,
I hurt my hamstring in a scout day in Iowa Lakes.
Perez returned to Puerto Rico for therapy in December 2017. After weeks of therapy, he walked his mom through her final days.
My mom passed away after 2 years.
To honor his mother and follow their dreams of going pro, Perez returned back to the U.S.
At that point, I got hurt and all the school again is NAIA, but I don't want to talk to nobody. And that frame, Coach Frenson, he called me over and over and over. But all the school, the NAIA just sent me over. He was the only one he want to talk to me. So I told him, I can't play baseball right now. I just trying to rehab and everything. I said, he don't matter. I'm going to give you a good offer so you can come to Huntington University and play here, and we're going to take care about the hamstring and everything. He offered me the offer, and I didn't even call my dad. I said, okay.
So Perez and the Forsters made it official.
I signed, called my dad, tell me I think I made the right decision.
While at HU, Perez remembers that he's almost 9 hours away from his family.
The adversity just helped me go through everything in that point. My dad always watching me in the TV, so when I go to him, I make a sign, so he know he know I just want to play for them. And
Let's go!
Everything has a beginning, a moment where a dream becomes an idea, and an idea a creation. Cutting-edge creators are engaging in the ever-changing medium of digital media. But one thing never changes, and that's story. We are storytellers. Whether it's on set, in the lab, or in the field, we are always looking to understand the heart of society and explore the depths of human nature. The goal is to make captivating, moving narratives that the world will want to view and cherish. But the journey to that goal is vital. Where you learn and how you learn makes all the difference. Every great movie or broadcast has a creative body working behind it, and those artists and technicians had to learn, had to start somewhere. They needed a place to tap into their passions and train in their craft. Digital media is a living, breathing thing, consisting of a network of moving parts. Different skills are necessary for a healthy creative body. Some skills you may not have even heard of yet. And without each of those individual breathing parts, we would look and sound a whole lot like this. We need you. In Huntington University's Digital Media Arts Department, you get your hands on equipment from day one. You don't have to wait a few years to get in the studio or get on a set. In your first year, in your first semester, you'll work in supporting roles on underclassmen projects and even get to develop your own stories. So, you want to operate the Red? We can do that. Want to learn how to use a Cintiq? We got you covered. How about anchoring a live TV studio? Yeah, we got one of those too. You may not have a clear plan in mind, or may not know what your interests are yet, but your years at Huntington are time for self-discovery and to embrace your passions. One thing's for sure, the professors are always a source of encouragement and ongoing advice, who more than anything want to see you succeed and grow in those passions. You may be missing home, but rest assured, you always have a family to turn to in this department. Not only does the program grow your technical and artistic side, but it also pushes you to seek truth and grow in your walk with Christ. The power of story itself derives from Jesus. Our artistic skills and visions can be a most meaningful form of worship. The real world starts before that diploma is handed to you. You have opportunities to build up your demo reels, travel for your craft, and work with clients. We prepare you for a life in LA if you choose, possibly a career at DreamWorks, or maybe you work for a professional sports network. Our students are putting out good work and showcasing it to the world. We attend a number of conferences, festivals, and competitions each year. I'll let our awards speak for themselves. And get this, 93% of our graduates are working or in grad school. So this goes out to all the storytellers, dreamers, and artists out there, looking for a place to call home the next 4 years, while honing their creative minds and skills. So what do you say? Are you in?
It's on the... He made it! Oh my God!
So Powder Puff football is 2 teams divided up by floors, and then they all have flags, so it's just a flag football game. And so we have the 2 end zones, and it's just like a regular game. We usually play 2 20-minute halves, and it's just a good time for everybody to get some football in, since we don't have a football team here as a sport.
Let's go, Slam! Oh, snap!
Powder puff to me is something that actually opened me up at Huntington.
And for me, just as a freshman, obviously, like I get to know all the different girls on my floor, and we all grow closer together.
Powder puff just means a lot of unity between the girls on the floor, and just provided a lot of good fun between all the other girls on campus as well.
Powder puff means to me, it just signifies some of the best times that you're gonna have during homecoming weekend. Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment,
I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fate. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I've got that lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside King Track and Field Stadium. Abdul, this is a big one. This is where legends are made. The Huntington University Foresters sitting at third in the Crossroads League, 7-2-2 against the number 1 seeded Bethel Pilots, 6-1-1. Abdul, this is a rematch of the conference semifinals when the Foresters in overtime got a pass and won the game to go to beat Spring Arbor to go to the national tournament. So no love lost between these two squads.
Definitely, man. I mean, this is a big game. You know, we're looking at a great team, Bethel, and of course the Foresters also a great, decent team. I mean, these teams, in my book, would be equally ranked. So I'm looking for a great game here, Carson.
I am too, and this I bet the eyes of the Crossroads League have diverged upon Huntington, Indiana
Yes,
today.
sir. Yes, sir.
So right now, the Foresters have heart rates going up all around the Huntington area. Multiple games won in overtime, multiple games coming down to the last minute, including Wednesday in Marion, where Jordan Morris, for the second time this season, came in the last 30 seconds and scored a goal to push it to a 2-1 win over the Knights.
Yes, sir.
So the Foresters are going, that's one of my keys to the game. They got to play 90 minutes from the first kickoff to the last second. They're going to have to play. I don't think Bethel's the type of team that you want to sit and watch start taking the lead away from you and taking away your opportunities. From the very first kickoff, the Foresters are going to have to be on.
No, you're not lying there, Carson. I mean, we have to make sure that we're coming in attactive and intentional and make sure we're coming in aggressive. Because Bethel, you know, they hold the ranks, they hold the tempo, and if we're not careful, they can control this entire game.
The Foresters are gonna have to stop this potent Bethel attack, and who else to stop a potent offensive attack than Gabe Greenfield?
Yep.
We saw him, you know, he was in the senior day, and, you know, I thought to myself, man, that is going to be a tough loss for this Forester team to lose Greenfield, but he has to make it known today. Right now, 40 saves on the season, 13th in the country, averaging 5 saves a game. Abdul, what are you expecting from Greenfield today?
Well, I'm expecting Greenfield to do everything that he does perfectly. You know, I'm expecting him to be patient. I'm expecting him to trust his teammates, and I'm expecting him to make these great saves.
Also, the Foresters are going to rely on Pablo Garcia. He's been great at the striker position all year. He has a great lateral movement. He knows how to move up and down the field.
Yes,
3
sir.
goals on the season with a handful of shots on goal as well. But this game will be defined by the best 2 goalkeepers in the Crossroads League, including Jose Barquin. My apologies, not wrong one. That was RJ Fade from France. On October 1st, he was named NAIA and Crossroads League Defensive Player of the Week. So he has his name on the national spotlight. And if you remember, he's the one who let Noah Fleming get that goal on him last year, right on this field, and I don't think he's letting that one slide.
No, sir. No, sir.
Now going back, the Jose Barquin, 7 goals on the season, ranking 11th in the nation, and has 3 game winners. So we said Morris has 2. He has 3. So if this game comes down to the clutch, it's going to be a battle between those 2 to find the back of the net first. And so right now the Pilots have 25 goals in the season, and we'll be back here for this exciting matchup. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, Abdul, a couple keys to the game. I actually forgot to mention real quick, Mathis Santiago, he was also an offensive player of the week just about on October 1st for the Crossroads League. So this is a potent attack from both sides. So it's going to be a wonderful game. But real quick, the keys to victory for the Foresters, I said it a little bit earlier, but don't get down. You have to play 90 minutes today. You know, this isn't a team that they're going to capitalize on every and any mistake you make today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Bethel, you know, they hold their ranks, and I mean, they come in strong. So with this team, you have to be on your toes. You have to be prepared.
Another key for the Foresters is stop the offensive attack. They're going to have to watch Santiago and Barquin. They're going to have to watch them, make sure they play strong defense, pressure them, and most of all, if it comes down to it, trust Greenfield to make the save.
Definitely.
And finally, they're going to have to get around Fade. He's a great keeper, as I mentioned, an NAIA National Defensive Player of the Week.
Yeah.
Just a month ago, and I know I've said it already, but I bet he thinks about that goal at night sometimes when Fleming slipped it by him. I bet that was just, he's only a sophomore too, so can't give up on him yet, but he definitely has that in the back of his mind.
Definitely.
And also the Forces are going to have to get around the keeper. For the Pilots, they're going to have to get around Greenfield, and that's about all I can say. I know that's a very difficult thing to ask anybody to do, but they're going to have to do it today and focus on their heavy offensive attack as kickoff comes here. Foresters trying to play the ball at the defense. Pilots not really doing too much. They're backing off it quite actually right now, but good job of the Foresters trying to get around here. Garcia's going to take this one. He tried to play good offense there. Santiago sent this one up, and it's going to charge into the box. Greenfield's going to come out, but Erlinson's there to take this one. Now Dice has this one moving toward midfield. That one's kicked away, and they're going to call that for the Foresters. And the Bethel bench getting chirpy early.
It's all about getting in the mind of your opponent, you know.
Morris takes this one, gave a little bit of extension there on Jones, who was playing good defense. It hit off of Morris's shoulder and sailed out of bounds. I think that's another thing. We saw that, I don't know if you remember last year, but there was a little, I want to say a fight. There was a little skirmish about a couple times during the game, especially this one time where almost all 11 players diverge on the middle of the field, just about where they're at right now as Stanford takes this one up. So these teams, no love lost, like I said, Abdul.
None at all, but they're coming in and throwing these punches really quick and really early. Let's see.
Good kick to the left side of the field, but Hunter Jackson took a spill, and they called a foul right there on Junior. This one's kicked off here. Good job there by the Pilots defense. Jump on that one almost immediately. And now the Foresters, I said it, they're going to have to keep up this offensive attack, and that's exactly what they're doing. Morris had a good read on that one, just let it slip by, and another throw-in coming now for the Pilots. Alveria is going to take this throw-in, it appears. This one gets sent in. Back to Alvera. Good job there. Good charge coming now. Here's Junior on the side. He's charging up. He's going to send it to the box side, not taking himself. And Greenfield, it hit off his shoulder, and an unexpected goal immediately for the Pilots. That is not something you see every day. It hit off of Greenfield's shoulders, and the Pilots up one early. A shocking turn of events within 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was quite the goal there for Bethel. I mean, you got to give it to them. That was a great turn up. That was a great read out. They drove that play very, very well, and I mean that's what happens when you anticipate and communicate on an effective level like that. You know, Carson.
And speak of the devil, Santiago got that one. It was a good pass in there by Junior, but now, like I said, the Forces are going to have to play 90. This is not going to be an easy one, and that just, you know, Greenfield was obviously frustrated. He took the ball out and punted it. I mean, that's just something you don't see from him all the time, but I know he's going to redeem himself. He is a competitor and a fierce one at that. Now this one gets sent up. Lighton was there, and the Pilots have this one yet again. Erlinson heads that one. Still being moved around here. Pilot's playing high ball right now at midfield. Gets it around. And this Forester defense has to play tough right now. One thing to mention, Abdul, I know we talked about this a little bit in the pregame as Greenfield's going to take a pass here, but I know this word's been exhausted lately, but I'm going to say it. This unprecedented season, it's been, a handful of postponements, having to quarantine, all that not good stuff, all that jazz.
Yeah.
The Pilots are in first place. Foresters are in third. Wildcats in second. Foresters have 7 wins, and the Wildcats and Pilots have 6. So it's going to be really interesting come tournament time, especially if the Pilots win today. They technically tie with the Foresters in wins, but the Foresters might stay in this third place ranking. So just because the Pilots have played less games than the Foresters, right now they're sitting at 6-1-1. The Foresters are at 2-2-2. That has to, I bet that sticks in the craw of a couple Forester fans to think, okay, well, we've won more games. Why aren't we in first?
That's true.
Throw in here. This one gets moved up. They're going to move this one back to Fade. He sends it all the way across field. Morris is going to pressure Fade. Good read there by him to get that one off. Now moving up the field, we have Santos, and a long kick here. Greenfield's going to be able to take it, it looks like, and Greenfield gets collided with.
Great sportsmanship there by Greenfield. I mean, I could understand the frustration there about that collision, but of course he just gets it, holds it, puts it on. Let's go about our day.
Looks like Santiago. I'm not sure if he was holding his leg. I mean, I don't know if he just ran into Greenfield. This one gets sent up one-on-one now. Got to watch the offside. Awkward bounce, but Jackson's on this one. It gets cleared, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Foresters in good territory. It looks like Hunter Jackson's going to take this one. Usually this is the one you want Camden Dice taking. He has the arm of a quarterback. Morris tries to get this one near the end line. Sends it way over. DeConnick has a good chase on it. Got a lot of power there. DeConnick a little bit shorter, but comes up with that one. Sends it back towards midfield. Dice has it. He's going to send it back. They're moving the ball around. That one sails out of bounds for another Forester throw-in. And here comes Camden Dice. If it was legal, I think he could probably throw this one to the goal if he wanted. Long throw there, right into the box. Garcia has this one, has to get it around. Lots of arms there. Pilots save it from the end line, and the Foresters get another throw-in. This one right near the box, exactly where the Foresters want to be, as Dice lines up in about lane 8, as he's keen on doing. Dice takes this one, chucks it in. That's pretty much a corner for him. And Erlinson gets the header just a bit too high. It's a good read there, and the Foresters are going to have to keep up that offensive attack. Don't panic if you're the Foresters right now. I know you're down 1, but right now that's not exactly what you want to focus on.
I mean, there's still a lot of time here, Carson. I mean, down 1, up 2, up, down, whatever.
Yeah.
The Foresters have a lot of chances and a lot of time to come back and make this game an effective game. Remember, the last game, it took the Foresters, they were in the same position their last game, and they ended up coming back.
Garcia is down. Coach Lawson looking for stoppage of time, and it does come, and there it comes with 38-31 remaining. I believe that was Garcia who took a spill. And they're going to call for the trainer. So right now, like I just said, you don't want to panic if you're the Foresters. That was an unlucky goal, but you haven't played 10 minutes yet. So I don't think there's too much to worry about at this current moment. You've played your 10 minutes. Just get out there. But hopefully Garcia's okay. The loss of Garcia would be huge for this Foresters team. Garcia, with a little bit of help from the trainer, does get up. Not exactly sure what happened. He seems to be massaging. He's walking on his own, though, so that is a promising sign for the Foresters.
With due time, eh? Due time.
And, yeah, maybe a couple minutes, get some young blood in there. Seems like a couple Foresters on the... but he has been a great asset for this Forester squad so far. It is good to see him walking on his own power, though. we're seeing a little bit of conferencing with the official. DeConnick making some kind of case. For what, I don't know. I believe they're looking for a foul, maybe a PK. Never mind, there's not an argument for a PK. They were nowhere near the box, but now the officials will converse. Now the pilots are going to try to make a case too. They're talking to, looks like a couple pilots are going over to the official. Now the official talking to Stanford. Maybe an argument on where the drop ball will be. Interesting. Gonna see what they officially conference on. What the ruling will be. So still looking, no, another official argument. It looks like Stanford and Santos are out there. Now it's just gonna try to figure out potentially whose ball it is, maybe where it's placed. We don't have these officials mic'd up or anything, so I don't know anything. It's a guess to me, and it looks like the official's walking with the ball. Forrester's following him. Now the official's talking to Lighton. He's talking to Lighton and Barquin. It's surprising not to see Coach Lawson out there at this moment, or Coach Pinto. These are two incredibly tenured coaches, as I mentioned. Coach Lawson, and it will be a drop ball for the Forrester. Bethel, okay. It was a Bethel free kick. They gave it immediately back to the Forresters, and now play does resume as the Forresters kick it back to the defense yet again. Still trying to move the ball around here. Forresters moving the ball around. Bethel offensive attack right there. Erlinson has this one, trying to move the ball upfield. He's going to send it back to Greenfield. Stanford had to watch that one. Greenfield got a little bit too much curve on that one. And now Olivia, and that one sails out of bounds. Oliviera, this one's going to be a throw-in. Taking that one is Noding. Noding sends this one back. Kicked it away. DeConnick on a chase, goes out the in line, and now the Pilots have a corner kick. Pilots getting this corner kick could be a huge opportunity. Fade way outside his own box. They're going to take it in short. Kicked it. A lot of power on that one. Sails over. It does stay in the box, though. Stanford on chase. Right behind him is Santos. And that one sails out of bounds again. And another corner coming. No Forrester strikers. Coach Lawson deciding to put all 11 in the box. Interesting strategy, to say the least. So even if it's clear, the Pilots will regain it, but a little bit less of a pressure situation. Greenfield, the middle of the box. Junior right next to him. They're going to take this one. They're going to send it short again. One of the Pilots takes a little spill there. Moves it upfield. Still trying to move the ball around. Junior has this one. Forresters. That's going to be a long kick there. Greenfield has to be careful here. He snatches that one right out of the air. And Abdul, you said it best. This is what Greenfield does best. This one kicked out of nowhere. It looked like Hunter Jackson was trying to direct the team upfield, just couldn't quite get there. Morris let that one slip, and it falls off of his foot for a Pilot throw-in. Pilot throw-in near the Forrester box. Short throw-in here, off the foot on Terveros. This one gets sent into the box. Pablo Garcia back on the field now. Probably just needed a break, Abdul. Maybe felt a little strain or something. It's like when you were in elementary school and you went to the nurse's office because you had a headache, but you really just wanted to take a nap.
That's funny.
And another Pilot throw-in coming here. Throw-in coming, sending it back towards the box. DeConnick's gonna chase. Kicked way up here. Pilots have it near midfield, kicked around. Morris gets tripped up there. No, that was Garcia. Coach Lawson looking for a call. I believe it was mostly ball. I don't know if it was all ball. Moved it up. Junior calling for the pass on the left side of the pitch. Not quite there. Erlinson intercepts it. Back to the Forester defense. They try to move this one up. Erlinson has it again. Lots of green ahead of him. He could try to launch it. He sends a short pass there to Lighton. Kicked up here, moved away. This one's kicked in. Here comes Junior yet again. He got the best. And that one gets around him. He's getting pretty handsy there with Stanford. Moves it around. He's going to try to take this one himself. He's near the end line, and Greenfield let that one slip by Greenfield. Out goes that great block there by the Foresters. Excellent job right there. That was a great job there by Erlinson. It missed past Greenfield, and Erlinson was exactly where he needed to be as Garcia has this one. He's trying to move it up the field, but this Pilot's defense is something special. And that one goes out of bounds for a Forester throw-in. Dice is going to take this one. You know, Dice has really been using a lot of his leadership. Dice is an MBA student in graduate school right now, so he's using his last year of eligibility here at HU, and so it's been incredibly fun to watch him play, for one, and two, he's a little bit older than some of the other guys on the team, and he's used that to his advantage, and he's played quite well for this Forester squad. Now Junior has this one. He moves it upfield. Long kick there, way across field. Right side of the pitch. Pilot's controlling the pace right now. Monterveros had that one. Moves it back. Morris is on a chase. Got to watch out for him. Lots of speed there. Morris has that one. That was definitely a handball. And Chris Morris, I mean, he's going to call Morris for that one. Looked like Morris tripped him up, but I think Coach Lawson had his arms up, was looking for a handball. They did not get it. I think it hit his forearm, if anything, but that's still part of the documented hand.
Tell me about it.
This one gets sent up here. That one's going to sail out of bounds for a Forester throw-in. Box sent in here, moves it around. Garcia intercepts this one, tries to get a pass there to Erlinson, I believe. Good footwork there by the Foresters to move that one in, and that one sailed out of bounds. This is a incredibly active Pilots bench, Abdul.
Yes,
they're up on their feet. They're trying to get all the calls to come their way. It's been fun to watch. I'll say that.
Tell me about it.
This one gets sailed in here. Ball around. Pilots back on attack. Kick back here. Forester's going to try to intercept this one. Slide tackle. Got quite a bit of shin there, but it was after the ball was passed. Dice gets dragged down. Both teams looking for a call there. No one's getting one. Dice going to take this one up. Pilots decide to step back. Up to Stanford now. Stanford going to try to get around this Pilots. And Stanford, Jordan Morris has this one. He has DeConnick in the center, Garcia right behind him, trying to juggle the ball behind. Gets trapped up here, and it goes past the end line, and that'll be a goal kick for Fede. Oh, actually, it will be a corner kick. Misread the flag there, and now the Foresters have a golden opportunity in the 14th minute, heading into the 15th, to get the equalizer. Garcia is going to take this one. He has a strong leg. Fede standing at the middle of the box. Garcia wasting no time, sends a curve in there. Fede knocks that one out. Looks like the Foresters have a read on it. Gets that one blocked away. Good job there by the Pilots defense. Moved up here, and the Pilots defense clears it out. And the Pilots defense comes in clutch on that corner kick. DeConnick has this one though. Going to send it all the way back to Greenfield. Junior's not going to let him take a break. Now moving the ball around is Nunes. And they're going to call a handball on the Foresters, and the Foresters think that they should have got a handball about 5 minutes ago, but I guess you win some, you lose some, huh, Abdul?
Tell me about it. You're definitely not lying there, Carson.
Now Jones is going to take the the free kick. Foresters lined up very well here. Moving the ball around here. Pilots on a chase now. Smith has this one. That one goes out of bounds for another Forester throw-in. And once again, the Foresters wasting no time. Dice with a relatively short throw-in for him over to Stanford. Now Morris has this one. Tries to get around the defense. He gets dragged down. They're just going to give the throw-in to the Pilots. And the Pilots bench, once again, incredibly active. Throw-in coming here, ball being moved around. Garcia has this one. And good pick off there. This one was, Stanford had a good read on DeConnick, but it got intercepted at midfield. Now moving the ball back around. Now Nunez had that one. He moves it back to the defense. There's Jones with this one. Jones sends it up. And the Foresters get that handball. That's eluded them for a little bit, Abdul.
Yeah, they've been looking for that call for quite a while now.
Free kick. The Foresters decide to take that free kick back. Pilots defense not stressing too much. Stanford gets that one out. Junior's going to chase this one. He has a lot of speed too. Stanford got the best of him. And they're going to give him a free kick on that one. I think a little bit worse has been called before, but
slightly.
I think it's interesting. Morris got dragged down there a few minutes ago. Like he was on the other side of the field. He got his arm yanked and fell over two different guys, and then they just gave the Pilots a throw-in. I think, with two teams who have bad blood fighting for the top of the Crossroads League, this game could determine tournament seeding overall. If this one gets sent in, that one's way too high. Greenfield watches it sail by. But when you're sitting here, tournament seeding, rivalry game, two of the best teams in the Crossroads League, I think you might want to be a little bit careful what you call and when you call it, Abdul, because things might get chippy fast.
Yeah, and it's cold.
It is cold too. Why not a good scuffle to get the blood pumping?
you know.
Moves upfield now. Lighton has this one. Erlinson moves around the defense. He's going to go back to Lighton. Pilots intercepted. A little bit of a collision there. I think two Foresters actually ran into each other. Good pass there. Ontiveros is on a chase. Sends that one crosses the box. And they're going to kick this one off. Now Garcia has this one. Garcia usually plays a lot closer to midfield, but this Pilots offense is forcing him to play a little bit of defense today. Slide tackle there, miss. Good job by the Pilots, moved that one around, and another great block by the Foresters. That block came from Josh Jones and gave Greenfield one of the easiest saves he's going to get today.
That's a good point.
Greenfield showing off his dynamic leg as Morris is going to try to head this one. He gets grabbed there. Morris is going to take this, trying to move the ball around here. This is going to be kicked up. Jomo's trying to find an open lane, can't quite get it there. Intercepted. Now Junior has this one. Lots of green grass ahead of him. But Lighton on the chase. Lighton playing good one-on-one defense. Fancy footwork there. Throws Lighton off his pass, and a pass with a little bit too much curve. And now we're playing some high ball here. As that one gets headed off, Pilots decide to back off of it. Works out for them as they get the ball back in their possession. Abdul, this is something that plagued the girls in the first game, but the Foresters are going to have to watch how they control their possessions. They're given a lot of easy opportunities to the Pilots to, getting us to even move the ball upfield and just destroy their offensive attack, even if they're not scoring.
You're not lying there. I mean, you got to be really intentional with your possessions of the ball and ball control, especially when you're playing against great teams like Bethel and the Wildcats, Ooh.
Stanford down. This one gets moved around here. Stanford back on his feet. This one's a good kick up to Jackson. Morris has this one. Morris had it for a second, actually. It gets kicked away again. Now Junior has this one. Got to watch for his fancy footwork and speed. That one gets past Lighton. Brilliant pass there. Santiago has this one moving into the box. Greenfield's going to try to take it away. He gets on his feet and goes to the inline and misses the shot. And Greenfield with a great read, but it does hit the side of the net. And another good break for the Foresters. As Greenfield takes his free kick, we know he can get it almost across the field if he tried. So Foresters are going to have to read this. Right now, Garcia, Morris, and I believe DeConnick. Yes, DeConnick are attacking right now. That one gets a good pass up there. Still trying to move the ball around here. And got that one through his legs. Impressive right there. Good job, Hunter Jackson. This one's kicked across field now. Abdul, we've already played 20 minutes, and it doesn't feel like it.
At all. Junior's being a great defender here, keeping that ball in play for his team. Great job.
He's a great striker, too. So no need to question him on the left wing right now. The Pilots playing on defense a little bit now, as Santos took that one. Now in possession is Nodig. And they're going to kick that one back to Fade. We haven't seen much from Fade except for that corner kick. He's been relatively inactive so far. The Foresters going to need to press him. Now Stanford has this one. He sees Morris in the center. He gets Morris on the wing. Morris going to take it with the inline, kicked away, and now the Foresters in possession of a corner. DeConnick taking the ball away from Fade, so hopefully he doesn't need a goal kick here in the next couple seconds. So DeConnick's going to take this one. Foresters have a couple defenders back. Not going to send all 11 into the box. So it's 9 versus 10 right now. Junior, the only Pilot back. This one gets sent out. Good, another great stop there by this Bethel defense, and Junior's gonna have to charge this one. Gets a header off, not exactly where he wanted to go, but Erlinson there for this one. They're gonna kick this one back to Greenfield. Greenfield not being pressured there, has time to make a good kick, and they're just gonna stay off Greenfield for a minute, and the Foresters are okay with playing pass. Erlinson has this one. Moving the ball upfield. Now here comes Stanford. Stanford kicks it to the middle to Jordan. Jordan gets it around the Pilots' defense just a little bit. Has to still play some good offense. He kicks this one over to Jackson. Jackson back to Stanford. Stanford going to send it up to Lighton. Lighton kicks this one up. He had Dice on the right wing, but fell short. Now the Pilots back on offense. Charging the box now. Got to get around here. Greenfield's going to try to get this one, and it sails left. Ooh, hold your breath, Huntington. You're going to need it.
It's a tight one. This is starting to get real nippy out here. I'm going to tell you much. If people don't start shimmying and start warming up, I mean, hey, we're going to look at we could possibly look at a blowout.
The Foresters are going to have to start making some more offensive opportunities. Their only offensive opportunities have come on corner kicks so far, and Fade's not the one you want to take corner kicks, as Garcia tries to play some good defense here. Not quite there. DeConnick under pressure. Move back up the field. Long kick there. It's going to be headed away. Now the Foresters still have to play good defense. Stanford has this one. Stanford playing great right now. Stanford with a great slide tackle gets that one away. Awkward bounce there. And that one sails out of bounds for Forrester throw. And that was a really awkward bounce. I don't think I've seen one like that. He was like planted and ready to go, and all of a sudden it just went to the left out of nowhere, and he looked bamboozled.
Yeah, it was something very, very uncalled for.
Dice has this one headed away by the Pilots. That's what I said right there. You cannot let the Pilots get those opportunities, as they're going to move the ball upfield. Good pass there. Barquin was there for this one. Got to watch out for him. He's a wonderful player. And now a wide open look here. Greenfield's going to get an easy save. Or did he? It hit down. Now the Pilots still in possession. Greenfield has to get back there. Greenfield is feeling pressure he hasn't felt in a while. Nunez has this one. Moves the ball around now. And here comes Stanford yet again. 20-28 remaining. Morris has this one. Morris gets stripped up there. No call. Now the Foresters moving this one up yet again. Or the Pilots, my apologies, into the box. Greenfield's going to have a good read on this one. He's not going to let it roll to the end line. He's going to pick it up himself and launch it. Greenfield's going to roll this one out. Good kick there from the Pilots to avoid that ball. This is just a great Pilots defense who knows how to play. Morris takes that one. They're going to wait to see. It's going to be a Forester throw-in. Now, Abdul, right now, what can the Foresters do better, do you think, to get a better offensive push?
Get open. Find the openings, find the gaps, find the little minute little details that you could capitalize on to allow this Bethel squad to crumble. You know, I mean, they're doing a great job. They're getting there, but they got to start taking advantage of the opportunities that they have. Speaking of which, DeConnick passes this one into Garcia, and Garcia doesn't get a good read on it. It's going to sail out of bounds. The Foresters are going to keep the throw in here, but lost a lot of valuable ground as Dice takes this one. Foresters back up near the box. Dice with a long throw here. Morris gets it off his foot, gets surrounded by blue immediately. And rolling and out of bounds yet again. The Pilots are just doing really good. Even if the Foresters take possession, they're not letting them have that valuable ground. Good kick there. And two legs in the air. Keegan Lee went up for that one, I think, and tried to get it back down. Gets moved up, and that one will be called as Dice takes a stumble. You know, Dice is a master. Dice is a master student. He's an old man. You gotta make sure he's protected out there. You know.
Looks like DeConnick is gonna take this free kick. On the right side of the pitch. DeConnick launches this one, center of the box, going to try to be headed away, just missed there, but the Pilots now in possession yet again. DeConnick playing some good defense already, though. Gets it around there. Looks like Junior has this one. He has Barquin and Greenfield's going to get another easy save, a light tap there. Good job by Morris right there. You know, he's playing striker right now. He's staying up, but all of a sudden you see him, he used his speed. He saw an urgent need on defense and got down there in a hurry.
Definitely.
Ball being moved around. DeConnick takes this one. Stanford has it. That was a good touch there from Jackson. Stanford takes a spill. He sat there. He was looking for the call. He looked at the official, realized he wasn't going to get it, and hopped back on his feet. Good slide tackle there. That one sails out of bounds, and a Pilot throw-in now. Good throw in there from Victor. This one's going to sail out of bounds yet again. The Foresters have lost a lot of ground, but now have an offensive opportunity. And Abdul, we're already approaching about the 30th minute. And
we have about
it
like
really
15
doesn't.
minutes left.
This game has just gone so fast, and I think that's what both teams wanted to happen. You know, only stoppage of play. Stoppage at times when Garcia took a spill there in the first 10 minutes. But outside of that, this has just been nothing but cutthroat soccer.
Yeah.
Ball being moved around here. Stanford has this one. Gets intercepted right there. Jones was there for that one. They're going to kick it back. Smith takes this one, takes the kick. Now Morris is going to try to pressure. Long kick to the left side of the pitch. That one barely stays in bounds. Stanford has to play defense. The ball gets around him. That was a great effort there by the Pilots. That was Olvera. He took that one and he immediately was upfield. He stopped it from going out of bounds, saved the Foresters a throw-in opportunity, and goes upfield. Ball still being moved here. They're going to kick that one back. Fade has this one. Morris is going to pressure him. DeConnick decides to stay back. Long kick here. Headed away. Hit the forearm. And Greenfield's going to take this one. Got to be careful. Make sure it doesn't get an awkward balance. The ball does slow down. It was going a little fast towards that goal, Abdul. I was a little nervous.
You never want to score on yourself here.
Yeah.
That's never the
You know,
goal.
I bet that one hitting off his shoulder is still ringing in Greenfield's head, but DeConnick has this one. He's going to try to move around. He gets a good read there, but just too many blue jerseys ahead of him. And no good passing lane either. Now Lighton has this one. Lighton sends it to the right side of the pitch. Dice is there. Dice is going to try to get around the defense here. Slide tackle away, gets tripped up. They're going to look for, and it will be a corner. Third Forrester corner of the day.
And this is usually where they capitalize on, the score.
Yeah,
on the corner, they make the best opportunity that they can, and then boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, it's tied.
They're definitely gonna have to watch that too. This is, like you said, and this is the best opportunity. This is where you can catch it. But Fade is 6'3". You got to take that into account too. That was a rather short one, but Lighton has it. He's gonna take a shot, and that one gets blocked away yet again by the Pilots. And now they're on offense, and they're coming fast. Lighton gets a little push off there. He's got Junior on the right side. Greenfield gets back, directing traffic as the Pilots start to push. Into the box comes the Pilots. And the one thing about that goal too, it came rather early. As I mentioned, this we get a charge here. That one hits off. Who's it gonna? They're gonna say it tapped off of Josh Erlinson. The Pilots are gonna get throw in, but as I said earlier, this was a rematch of the conference semifinals last year, and that game ended 1-0 in overtime and a header there. As Barkin, that was the second time today he's headed one just too high.
Yeah.
He's got to watch that, but that was a good opportunity there. Just a lot of power for him. Like I was saying, that one, it ended in regulation at 0-0. So that's the thing. The Forces are just going to have to watch that. Greenfield punched this one away, a long ball, too.
Beautiful header there.
It was a beautiful header, and they got a whistle and a free kick coming for the Foresters. This is prime real estate, too, for a free kick. Yeah, like Coach Lawson gets on the field, he kind of kicked it towards. They're going to take this free kick at midfield. Pilots decide not to pressure, so they're not going to launch it too far. Jackson has this one. He sends it back to Jones. Jones not being pressured right now, so has all the time in the world. Jones tries to get it around. Good hit there. Alexander was there, and that one sails. And that one, they're looking for the handball, and they're not going to get it yet again. Lighton gets that one away. Now the Foresters, Garcia in the center. That's exactly where it'll go. Tapped off Garcia's foot. Morris tries to get this one around. Lots of blue there. Morris looks like he's jogging. Still outruns the man. Sends this one into the box and across the end line again. And Abdul, another corner kick. You getting tired of corner kicks yet, Abdul?
Not yet, man. We never get tired until we score.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, these corner kicks are relatively exciting.
They are.
Taking this one, Alexander, my apologies. Alexander's going to take this one. Lots of forwards from the right side. Pilots, Fade on the right side of the goal, has a man on the left side kind of holding the post. Forwards move it towards the center. That's going to be a low one. Good tap there. Moved around the box. Lighton's going to take a shot here, moves through, and Fade jumps on it. Good opportunity. That was a great read there by Lighton. He saw the open lane. He knew it was going to go quick. It wasn't the most powerful kick in the world, but he knew that's all he needed. And it was a good attempt there for a shot on goal.
Yep, definitely.
Alexander has this one playing good defense, as is Garcia. Sends that one back up. Good shove off there. Gavin Farron getting the roar of approval from the crowd. He pushed them off, and the Pilots were looking for a call, but I don't know, Abdul. They've gotten away with a little bit more than that.
Yeah, yes, they have. I'd agree with
you. So I think
Carson.
Especially if you're gonna play that card every time. Juan Brezzi comes into this one. Forrester's moving the ball up. They've held possession for quite a while as we're at the 10-minute mark. But, Abdul, this is a Forrester team keen on scoring late as Lighton takes a spill, has to get up in he's slow to get up. He's still engaged in the game. And there another stoppage, play of stoppage. Lighton looks to be okay. The official has his arm around him. Lighton has his arm around the official. So play continues now. Forrester with another free kick opportunity. And they're in the box, so they might try to launch this one. Lighton, who was the one who fell, will take this free kick, and he's going to launch it. High ball. Fade will be there. It's going to be hit away. It's a goal! Forresters with the equalizer early! And the Pilots looking for something. I'm not sure what, but Abdul, we called it. 10 minutes remaining off of a great ball there from Lighton. We are knotted up at 1, Abdul.
You're not lying there, Carson. I mean, it was a great goal, great write-up. You could tell from the jump right there, like, Jay-Z had a great view on that ball there. So for them to get that goal, that's just credit to them. Great job, Forrester. It
was an amazing goal, and like I said, I gotta credit Lighton. He saw he had a good opportunity, and looked like for a little bit the Foresters have been, when they're on their free kicks, they're just tapping them off. Like, they're not gonna pressure us. We have a minute to readjust.
Yeah.
Coach Lawson said, you know what? Let's go for it. We're gonna kick this one right into the box. And there was even a second there. I thought that could have gone in without any assistance from the Foresters.
I agree with
what a ball. It appears that rather Josh Erlinson was the one who ended up getting the final touch on that goal. So the Pilots are arguing the goal right now. Now I was kind of curious if he was offside, because right when it happened, the Pilots were pointing at something. I don't know what.
I think they wanted the offside call, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like
they're gonna get it, and we're knotted up at 1. Abdul, I like a lot of Ohio sports, and in the 1980s, the Cleveland Browns had this team. I think it was the 1984 season. They ended up getting the nickname the Cardiac Kids. They had this weird tendency to win or lose games on the last drive, or I think the new title of Cardiac Kids goes to this Huntington Forrester team.
You're not
I think they're raising heart rates all around the Huntington area, and quite frankly, all around the world.
Let's be honest. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, every Forrester fan from across the nation, across the globe, they've sat there through Jordan Morris's game winner on homecoming, another Jordan Morris game winner at Marion, Pablo Garcia, a two-goal in 2 minutes game against the Trojans a few weeks ago. I would really like a game that doesn't go down to the wire, but
yeah, you and me both. But I mean,
yeah, beggars can't be choosers.
Like you said, they love pushing those anxiety strings.
Yeah, I think they like winning, but I think they like to have a clear win. But I guess that feeling of euphoria when you score, the last 30 seconds, I think that might actually topple just kind of passing the ball around for a half hour.
That is true.
And like I said, the Foresters are going to have to play 90, and that's what they're doing, and especially Greenfield's done good. That goal in the 3rd minute it's something that you don't see from Greenfield every day, I don't know if it made a bad bounce. He was low with it. It kind of took an awkward bounce and hit off his shoulder and rolled in. Just an unlucky break. Usually it was a one-on-one. Usually he had someone behind him to grab it. Just an unlucky chain of events. But
definitely.
I think he's going to redeem himself now, and it's knotted up now. So that's behind. I think that's behind the Foresters. Well, I just brought it up, but it's behind the Foresters now. Victor D. Olvera takes this one. Good ball there. And a high ball there. Barkin looking for a call. I think he just fell. I don't know. From my angle, he kind of just took a spill, but he might have thought he was contacted. Barkin's going to try to take this one. He sends it to Alvera there. Victor D. Alvera sends this one. He's going to send that one inbounds. That one, they're going to say it tapped off of the Foresters, and they're not giving them any time to break. It looked like Jackson was kind of, trying to like fix his shoe or something. They threw it in. Pilots take a spill. They're looking for a PK. They're not going to get it.
Again, you see hustle here on the Forester squad, trying to chase down these balls, give it everything they got. They want to win this game. I mean, Bethel's in the same position as well, but at the end of the day, the best squad will come out on top.
And like I said earlier, it's just with the circumstances, it's incredibly, it's actually kind of sad at the end of the day that the Foresters have to sit in the 3rd seed with having more wins.
Yeah.
And that's something the Crossroads League. I'd imagine this was planned. I imagine there was some kind of, hey, what if one team doesn't get their full 13 in? What if one team does? Is it fair to punish a team that played 13 games and make them a lower seed than a team that played 10? I'd imagine that was a conversation that was held at headquarters somewhere. But it's just we'll have to see what happens. I think there's only 2 games left, Abdul, and then it's tournament time. Headed up here. That one's going to be tripped up. It looks like Jackson might have been able to actually take a spill and maybe get a call, but he's just going to keep playing on. That's good sportsmanship right there. Greenfield out of the box. Erlinson takes this one. Erlinson's moving the ball around, sends it back to Greenfield. Greenfield with a light tap there. And good read there. Farron. This is an incredibly emotional Pilot team as well. I've seen Barkin do it. It looks like Ontiveros just did it. Like if they make a mistake, you see them. They're pounding the ground. They're emotional, and I guess they're just competitors.
Man, it's the passion.
Another high kick there. That's about the 3rd time that I believe Barkin took this one high. He did it once with a header. So he's got to be a little bit careful now. He's having a tendency just to launch these ones up, and it's costing them opportunities. 5 minutes remaining. Greenfield. Takes this one. He decides not to launch it, and like I said, they realize the Pilots aren't going to pressure. Unlucky bounce there, and now the Pilots get a throw in. That to not launching it downfield may not have paid off in the end. Throw in coming here. Victor D. Oliveira take this one, and some kind of foul, I believe, maybe a handball or something. It was a handball. Pilots picked it up and were arguing the call. They still are. The official's saying, hey, I made the right call, There was one player, I think it was Nonding. He took it. He picked the ball up and started walking with it. And now this ball gets moved around here. Nonding has it, sends it back now. Santos takes this one, sends it into Fide. Foresters. One thing to mention, Abdul, this King Track and Field Stadium hasn't been blessed with light yet. So night games are never occurrence here at King. It's kind of like Wrigley Field until about 2005, but it's going to start playing into factor. It's about 4 o'clock right now. It's 3:59 to be precise. The sun's going to start moving down here over this field with 3:20 remaining. It's probably going to be about sunset when this game ends, if that, so hopefully it doesn't get too dark out before too long. But there's been a couple times you've seen, especially with the Plex right behind us, the Mirlat Center, the shade might start, the field might start being a little bit more shaded coming up here soon. And that's going to have to play into factor. You might have to get your eyes readjusted if you're running down the left side of the field and it's completely shaded. And you go to midfield and it's blinding sun.
You're not lying.
It's going to have to play there's going to definitely be a factor played there. Just a lot of factors when you're playing in Indiana and in late October, huh, Abdul?
Yeah, it's apparently, I know they say in Indiana you could get all 4 seasons in one day.
And that's 100% true. And that one hits off of Barkin. With 2:25 remaining, the Foresters have a throw-in substitution now. Looks like
it's going to be a corner kick, actually.
Oh, it's going to be a corner kick. Thank you, Abdul. Looks like Stanford's coming back into this one. My apologies, that's Reed Burton coming into this one. Here comes the corner. The Foresters capitalize on this quite frequently. Fade knocks this one out of the air yet again. Incredibly interesting, the Foresters actually on offense attack, but it's interesting that Fade, you see, it's two different keepers. Gets tripped up there, no call inside the box. So these two keepers are having a radically different style. On corner kicks, you see Greenfield come up, snatch it, and come down with it and protect it. Yeah. Fade is just like, I don't want this. So he knocks that way out of the box. He does it with a lot of power. It's not like he just like gives it back to the offense, but he knocks it away and like makes sure. And usually there's a guy there waiting for him, and the Foresters are caught off guard, and that's why I think Coach Lawson obviously has a defender towards midfield at all times. Pilots playing catch right now. 1:10 remaining, and an incredibly crucial 1:10 as we go into the half. Ball's going to be moved up, and now that was a foul right there. It looked like Mugala got the best of Hunter Jackson. He really knocked him down there. Hunter Jackson still not getting up. It will be a free kick. That was a large hit there. They're not going to stop time. Jackson's going to have to take this free kick in a hurry, though, before she have any opportunity. 30 seconds remaining now. Jackson takes this one. Line drive towards the box. Will be headed away. 20 seconds remaining. Pilots still looking for an opportunity. Sends this one back upfield. Mugala is there. Mugala trying to get around Jackson. No use. It looks like they're just going to try to clear it. He gets sent down. Mugala. 8 seconds remaining now. Looks like the Foresters might just dribble this one out. And Abdul, we're going into the half. Knotted up at 1. This half has been everything that I expected, and to be honest, everything I wanted. So right now, 1-1, zeros across the clock. So it's gonna be interesting to see what both these coaches draw a little bit at halftime, the adjustments they make, because the second half, nothing matters anymore. It's 1-1. For Carson Watkins, Abdul Kamara, FDN Sports. We'll be back after halftime.
Lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fate, there is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me, this is how legends are made. This is how on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I've got the lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made.
And the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not just used for their talents, but embraced as collaborators. The second is respect for the community, where the natural environment, the local community, and the audience are all treated with the utmost care and respect. Filmmaking impacts not only the filmmakers, but those around us too. The third is respect for the art, because each filmmaker should be given artistic freedom to work creatively and to the best of their ability, while remembering that we are all working towards the same story. We believe that by living out these community values daily, the resulting projects will be works of passion, infused with the artistic voices of all the filmmakers. Our hope is that our students will not only practice these values during their 4 years here, but that they will take them into the professional industry and over time, revolutionize the way films are made in the United States and the rest of the world. We are striving to create leaders who pursue excellence in their craft while showing love and respect to those around them. What does it mean to impact your community? As a broadcast media major at Huntington University, you'll explore that question and uncover the heart of storytelling. Tell real-life stories of the world around you from day one and uncover why it matters to the campus, community, and beyond. It could be in our live TV studio through our award-winning newscast, broadcasting home athletic events, or running HU's very own radio station. You'll have the opportunity to use industry-standard equipment from 4K cameras to instant replay to better prepare you for a future career. In addition to foundational courses, you'll have the chance to specialize in church media, corporate media, news, or marketing and sales. Or spend your last summer interning in one of America's largest cities, Phoenix, Arizona. In this one-of-a-kind opportunity, you'll have a home base at Huntington University's Arizona Center for Digital Media as you launch into professional opportunities catered toward your area of interest and enjoy the sunshine in the process. Your professional network begins as soon as you become a forester. Broadcast media majors at HU have a long-standing history of success in the job market. You'll be connected with alumni who have gone before you, not to mention all of your professors have industry experience. You've been given a gift, Why not use it to impact your world for Christ? Huntington University Broadcast Media. Real life stories, real world experiences. Impact your community.
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor. Helping them learn the information or helping them minister a test, whereas some universities, you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student and want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment includes a VO2 max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to physician assistant school. And then also another common career path for students is to become a strength conditioning specialist and mainly work with athletes. Exercise science is a degree where students will gain a lot of knowledge about health, but having someone that has the knowledge and experience to help an individual to get fit, to get healthy is important. And students at Huntington University, they learn about knowledge that's credible and that's important for students to have so they can help these individuals.
Everything has a beginning, a moment where a dream becomes an idea, and an idea a creation. Cutting-edge creators are engaging in the ever-changing medium of digital media. But one thing never changes, and that's story. We are storytellers. Whether it's on set, in the lab, or in the field, we are always looking to understand the heart of society and explore the depths of human nature. The goal is to make captivating, moving narratives that the world will want to view and cherish. But the journey to that goal is vital. Where you learn and how you learn makes all the difference. Every great movie or broadcast has a creative body working behind it. And those artists and technicians had to learn, had to start somewhere. They needed a place to tap into their passions and train in their craft. Digital media is a living, breathing thing, consisting of a network of moving parts. Different skills are necessary for a healthy creative body. Some skills you may not have even heard of yet. And without each of those individual breathing parts, we would look and sound a whole lot like this. We need you. In Huntington University's Digital Media Arts Department, you get your hands on equipment from day one. You don't have to wait a few years to get in the studio or get on a set. In your first year, in your first semester, you'll work in supporting roles on underclassmen projects and even get to develop your own stories. So, you want to operate the Red? We can do that. Want to learn how to use a Cintiq? We got you covered. How about anchoring a live TV studio? Yeah, we got one of those too. You may not have a clear plan in mind, or may not know what your interests are yet, but your years at Huntington are time for self-discovery and to embrace your passions. One thing's for sure, the professors are always a source of encouragement and ongoing advice, who more than anything want to see you succeed and grow in those passions. You may be missing home, but rest assured, you always have a family to turn to in this department. Not only does the program grow your technical and artistic side, but it also pushes you to seek truth and grow in your walk with Christ. The power of story itself derives from Jesus. Our artistic skills and visions can be a most meaningful form of worship. The real world starts before that diploma is handed to you. You have opportunities to build up your demo reels, travel for your craft, and work with clients. We prepare you for a life in LA if you choose, possibly a career at DreamWorks, or maybe you work for a professional sports network. Our students are putting out good work and showcasing it to the world. We attend a number of conferences, festivals, and competitions each year. I'll let our awards speak for themselves. And get this, 93% of our graduates are working or in grad school. So this goes out to all the storytellers, dreamers, and artists out there looking for a place to call home the next 4 years while honing their creative minds and skills. So what do you say? Are you in?
It's on the... He made it! Oh my God!
A home run for right fielder Adrian Perez.
Perez started playing baseball at a young age, where he fell in love with the sport. Then, when he made it to high school, everything changed.
When I was a junior, this guy saw me in Florida playing, and he asked me if I want to stay in Florida for better education and find like a scholarship or something in the USA.
This was an offer that Perez and his parents didn't see coming, but there was another curveball on its way.
In that year, my mom got cancer. When that happened, she talked to me and said, "Oh, do you dream? Like go follow your dream. I'm gonna be fine."
So he listened to his mom and started playing for the Iowa Lake Community College Lakers in 2015. That's when he earned the nickname Big Shot. But in the midst of his great success with the Lakers,
I hurt my hamstring in a scout day in Iowa Lakes.
Perez returned to Puerto Rico for therapy in December 2017. After weeks of therapy, he walked his mom through her final days.
My mom passed away after 2 years.
To honor his mother and follow their dreams of going pro, Perez returned back to the U.S.
At that point, I got hurt and all the school again is NAIA, but I don't want to talk to nobody. And that frame, Coach Friend's son, he called me over and over and over. But all the school, the NAIA just sent me over. He was the only one he want to talk to me. So I told him, I can't play baseball right now. I just trying to rehab and everything. I said, he don't matter. I'm going to give you a good offer so you can come to Huntington University and play here, and we're going to take care about the hamstring and everything. He offered me the offer, and I didn't even call my dad.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And after the half, we're back in King Track and Field Stadium. And Abdul, it doesn't appear that first half matters anymore. 1-1. It's technically 0-0 right now.
Tell me about it, my guy. I mean, we're looking forward to it. You know, Forces came out here, they played. Bethel came out here, they played. And I mean, I can't even blame both teams. I mean, right now it's like it's a two-headed sword, if you ask me. Both sides are strong. You can never know what to do, what to expect, but they're giving out their best, and that's all they can do. So I mean, great kudos to both guys on the team. You know,
100%. And this game has been. We said at the beginning, this was set to just be a absolute slugfest.
Yes, sir.
And that's what 9 fouls so far today. That's a little bit higher than I've seen, especially in a first half. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how the officials play out the second half. Now that we're sitting here with tied up at 1 with 45 minutes remaining, it's gonna be really interesting how the officials handle this last 45 minutes and what they do not call. But one thing to mention. Only 4 total saves credited, 2 for Greenfield and 2 for Fade. But Bethel had 8 shots and the Foresters had 4 overall. So that's a differential you don't want if you're the Foresters. The Foresters are incredibly lucky that at least one more of those didn't go in. So they're going to have to start watching that offensive attack, attacking the goal. And, you know, their one goal came on a free kick, a beautiful touch there from Lighton, and so this is going to be huge. The second half, this is, like I said at the beginning, this is what legends are made out of.
That's true.
So
you're not lying. Clutch moments like this.
And
let's see where they come from.
And also we have 2 players who both have had a number of game-winning goals this year. Morris with 2 on the year, including this Wednesday at Marion. And then we also have Santiago and Barquin, 2 just great players who know what they're doing, especially in clutch moments like this. As the Pilots come back to the field now, might have spent a little bit of time during half. So the Foresters are going to have to attack here, watch their offense, and especially, you know, that first goal for the Pilots was just was on an awkward bounce. So the Foresters are going to have to take that into account too.
Most definitely.
It's getting a little bit colder. The wind's picking up. The sun's going away. You got to take the weather into factor now. It's just you said a 2-headed sword. I think it's like a 10-headed monster. And so you just all these factors, rivalry game, playoff standings on the line. You know, here's the thing, Abdul. As of right now, the Indiana Wesleyan game that was scheduled for this Wednesday is marked as postponed. So this might be it. We don't know if that game will get in before tournament time. They pushed it back a week to try to get a few more games in, but we don't know. I mean, I never expect the worst, but you know, this might be it. And like I said, the Foresters have more wins than the Pilots right now, but they're gonna have to capitalize. And kickoff comes, ladies and gentlemen, from Mishawaka, Huntington, and all around the world. Let's play some football. This is gonna be a great half of soccer as the Pilots already storming the box here. Towards the end line, they're moving this one in, headed out there. Pilots still on a chase here. Greenfield lets someone slip by. Not even a minute passes by, and the Pilots are back in the lead. Oh my goodness, that's exactly the start the Pilots wanted. That one came off of McCray Smith, the junior midfielder out of South Bend from Martin Luther King Junior High School. And what a start for the Pilots. So the Pilots with a great start there. Only 25 seconds. That's all it took for the Pilots, Abdul. A whole 25 seconds.
I mean, the Pilots, again, you know, they had that half to recoup and just communicate better and find their chemistry again. They came out here with that punch, swinging that punch, and they know what they want. They know what they want to see. They want to control this game, and if the Foresters aren't careful, the Pilots will control the game.
I said right when we came back to air, I said, you know, that first half doesn't really matter. It's just it's scratched, but now it's pretty much a whole new half. You know, you've only gotten 25 seconds in.
Yeah,
and
honestly.
It's already, as Junior takes this one, Pilots unrelenting. They're going to move into the box. Greenfield gets it under him.
Again, Greenfield now being attentive here, trying to be genuine and engaging with this ball.
Santiago took a spill. Now the Pilots are going to take this one. Greenfield out of his goal. Ooh.
Again, Pilots, utilizing this opportunity on offense.
Dice has this one, sends it up midfield. Good slide, got it away. Stanford took that one away. DeConnick had a good read on it, but it did fall right to Santos. Moving the ball around here, kick back. Morris is going to go on a chase now. Dice here, one-on-one, here it goes. He was offside, wasn't he? It appears so.
Great defense there still by Greenfield.
Barquin was offside, but Greenfield still had a good read on it. Barquin right behind Greenfield now. And they're going to move the ball up quite a bit. That was a good job by Greenfield. He was really attentive. He was on. He was ducked low. He was ready to jump if he needed to, and was only, you know, a few inches away from the ground to fall on it if he had to. But the whistle sounded, and he didn't give up just in case if it was something like, I don't know, a car or something that just made an awkward sound. He made a good read on it and kept this game within one. I think that would be a nightmare scenario for Coach Lawson if they fell down 2 here, especially with this attack. Garcia gets tripped up, and they're going to call that. Garcia might have tripped him up. Now the Pilots get a free kick. This free kick coming from Jones. Jones sends it to the left side of the pitch. And Greenfield's going to snatch this one out of the air. He was being pressured, but did not sweat it. Stanford's going to take it up the field now. And he sends it to the right side of the right wing to DeConnick. DeConnick takes a spill, but keeps going. Morris is going to have this one. He's got about a 3-on-1 right now. Has to dribble it around. Can't quite get there. At the end line, Morris takes that one. That's going to be a throw-in for the Foresters. But the Pilots disagree.
I think it's a fair call, personally.
I think it might have. I think the one argument is if it like lightly tapped Morris's shoe on the way out, but I think that's highly improbable.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I highly doubt that as well.
So, in the 4th minute, Dice looking for the equalizer. Like I said, in the conference semifinals last year, it was 0-0 going in, and now it's 2-1. Morris has this one, sails to the right. It's a good header there by Morris. He had to move his neck back to get it where he wanted it. So it wasn't exactly a recipe for success, but like I said, you've got to take the opportunities when they come.
Yes, sir. You're not lying. At this point, this is crunch time. Like you said, this is how legends are made.
And by the way, put that one on a poster. Take the opportunities when they come. This is where legends are made. You know, just send my commission check to the mail. Fade takes this one. Long kick there. Got a one-on-one with Erlinson. Garcia takes this one, sends it back. Gets it around. Good job there by Erlinson. He splits through the defense. Sends it up here. Another good kick. DeConnick's going to try to get a good read on this one. That's one thing about DeConnick. He's quite literally the little train that could. He's not as tall as everyone on the field, and he accepts that. And it's not like he obviously, you could tell from like the minute, he had to know his defender was about a handful of inches taller than him, and he still goes up for it. And he has a good vertical, I'll give him that. But just what heart on that kid? Well, he's a senior, but what heart for that player? Moving the ball up towards midfield now. Pilots still on the attack. They want that 2-goal lead, and they want it bad. That one gets sent in, headed off. Greenfield's going to take this one. Gets around him. Wide open goal yet again. They're calling for the handball. What's the call? They're gonna conference now. I saw a handball, Abdul. What did you see?
Your head.
You saw my, oh, I'm sorry, Abdul. I'm so sorry.
You're cool. You're cool. I mean, honestly, I didn't really see much, but I'm
5 Pilots surrounding the goal now. They're giving it to him. And now it is 3-1. The Foresters have come back from this.
Again, this is a sight that the Foresters are used to seeing.
Yeah, it is. This is something they've been here for. They scored 2 goals in 2 minutes against Taylor.
I literally thought he just swatted it in. No, he kicked it, but he hit it before he swatted it. I thought he dropped it.
Couple.
Fans are.
Yeah. Some people are saying that he hit his forearm and then he kicked it down. And Coach Lawson now arguing. He's not giving up on this. Coach Lawson is out there. The official has his hand. Coach Lawson's not giving up on this call. And they're gonna. Are they still gonna conference on this one?
Doesn't seem like this call is gonna be budged. I think it's hey, take it as it comes.
I guess you're just gonna have to keep playing now. Some encouragement now coming from the crowd as it looks like Lawson still, and they're gonna keep playing now. I think that's a hard. When you're an NAIA official, if you're a D1 official, it's a little bit different. You have a complex replay system, multiple cameras. When you're an NAIA official, you have your eyes. Fade takes this one. Morris has to jump over him. Morris a little bit frustrated. He wanted that read, and he had it. But Fade is just a great keeper and knows what he's doing. But good run there by Morris. Garcia pressuring him. Sends this one right side. Barely stays in there. Gets it around. That one.
We're going to give it a free kick there for Bethel.
Santos is going to take this one. Santa's going to take this one. We're seeing a... Is that a yellow for... Who got the yellow? That's the question. I think it was Stanford. Stanford got a yellow. I think he was trying to argue the call. So Stanford goes in his book and now has to play with that yellow. It's going to be interesting, especially considering how physical this game has been. Stanford gets tripped up there. There's still... The ball's getting moved around here. Lighten on a chase. Dice is going to take this one. Has it upfield. Lighten takes this one. Long shot there. DeConnick didn't quite have the read on it as Oliveira. This one gets kicked up. DeConnick's going to have this one. Gets it to the other side of the box. Not exactly the read he wanted. Has Morris in the middle. DeConnick trying to get around. He goes towards the end line. He's going to be cleared out there. And that one sails. It's going to stay inbounds. A little check there. And the Pilot, they're going to call that. I have no comment.
I mean, hey, at this point, this game's gonna get chippy.
I think that's one thing. I feel like a lot of the Foresters have had a lot rougher calls not calling, and I think right now, with all due respect, I think the officials responding to the Pilot's bends. It almost seems like he blows his whistle after they go, hey, and then he blows his whistle, not to make anybody upset or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of my. It's like if you're gonna blow the whistle, blow it right away. Don't blow it when the bench starts yelling at you. I don't know, just my 2 cents. This one gets moved upfield now. Dice playing good. That's the one thing. Dice is turning on those jets, and Barquin has a pair of jets on himself, so he's running, and Dice is keeping up with him quite well. Throw in here. Pilot's in the box, gonna move this one around. Got to be careful. Watch, don't foul give him a PK opportunity. Moves the ball up here. Now, Abdul, we haven't played 10 minutes yet, so the Foresters are down 2, yes. But it's only been 8 minutes so far, so the Foresters still have a lot of time. Like just a week or two ago, they scored 2 goals against Taylor. As Stanford goes into this one, cannot quite get there. That one's going to sail out of bounds. But now you're giving Camden Dice crosses the field. You're giving him an opportunity to throw this one into the box. Dice is going to take this one. Like I said, he is quite good at it. I think Dice is incredibly lucky that there's a track surrounding, and that's his strength. Long pass in here, gets headed off, and the Foresters get another goal! This one's not over, Abdul. This is a fight to the death.
Come on now, like I said, Foresters playing chess, not checkers.
Josh Erlinson had that one, and now it is 2-3. 5 goals in this game, Abdul. This is not something you see every day. And I said, you know, you cleared it, but you just gave Camden Dice an opportunity. That was the first thing I said. Give me my credit. I called it right, and the Pilots now wasting no time. And this one gets kicked back, and like I said, we're still not 10 minutes in, Abdul. Still not 10 minutes in. First half, I felt like I blinked, and I looked up, and it was 24, and then I blinked, looked up again, and it was 15.
We still got a lot of time, man.
Yeah, so I think the Foresters can easily capitalize. Greenfield's going to have to hit the best soccer of his career right here. And I know that's a high bar to set, and Stanford had that one. It looked like Barkin tried to tackle Stanford almost. He gets dragged down, and there's the call. It comes in late. Abdul, you said it best. It's getting chippy here.
It's getting chippy.
And now the Pilot's arguing. Lighton gives the official a tap on the back. Stanford got a yellow for arguing. Will the ref pull his yellow out again? He's still arguing it. He's not going to give him a yellow. Surprising. Now we have Lighton. He took the free kick earlier. He has that boot, and Garcia, as does he. Right now we have Fade on the right side of the goal. He's going to move towards the left now. Lots of for the Pilots lining up. Only a 2-man wall. Lots of Foresters that moved all around. This is what Coach Lawson likes to do, a little X pattern here. And Lighton's going to take it. Long kick there, way a little left, but Fade was right there to snatch it out of the air. I guess Lighton's leg is a blessing and a curse because he knew right there if he put his full power on it, he was going to have, it might have sailed over. You know, I bet he put a good amount of power on that one that responded to the first goal.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's how he got it cross field. But when he's, you know, right outside the box, he can't launch as high as he wants to. As Stanford takes a seat with that yellow, they're probably going to try to save him for maybe the last 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20. But, you know, he has that yellow. He's playing with a quite literal chip on his shoulder.
Yes, sir.
That one sails out of bounds. Dice has it. Dice sends this one towards midfield. Good roll there. Smart roll, too. Greenfield's going to take this one. He's pressured immediately. He sent Santiago off his track. It's just a great read there. You know, you see Santiago charging. You know he's going to go towards the ball. Just get it back to Greenfield. Get him off your case and move up. And now another injury on the field will lead to a stoppage in play. Now, Abdul, the Foresters' 2 goals have come off of a free kick and a throw-in. No goals yet, just basic on-the-ground soccer.
Yeah.
So what do you think that the Foresters need to do when they charge the box that could help them get a goal on the ground?
I think double teams.
Yeah.
Double teams, hands down. You know, with someone playing his bait, making the pass, and then striking. I think easily that's the best way to get a goal here. But, of course, you know, we're talking about Bethel, and they have just great defense. So, like, the fact that the Foresters have gotten this far, they're playing a great game.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you 100%, and that's just incredible. That's incredibly crucial. This one gets moved in. Barkin had a good read on that one. He tried to get around Dice. Now he does. Good offense there by him. Barkin, some fancy footwork, does have a 3-on-1 now. Crosses the box, way too much power, and right behind. And that one sails out of bounds for a Forester throw-in. Pilots, once again, with a disagreement. And it looks like...
Ref is just checking on him, making sure he's good. He got kicked in the face there.
Okay.
On that ball.
So good read there by the official. 33 minutes remaining. Lots of soccer left to be played. This one gets moved around. That one gets thrown in again. This one gets put back. Good pass there, right behind. Morris getting his arm pulled a little bit there. And now Junior's going to take this one upfield himself. Has quite a bit. Junior fakes out Dice, but gets it stolen away. He went for the fake, which was, it got Dice off his track. But had Forrester's right behind him, charging at him full speed. Now Junior's going to take this one again. Splits the defense. Moving in now, away, and awkward fall there for, I think that might be Lighton. You kind of saw him take a spill.
Yeah, but he's getting back up here.
He is getting back up. It might have just extended there for a brief second, but, and it's going to be a goal kick for Greenfield. Greenfield kicks this one out. Another short kick there. That's another thing. You know, I think the Foresters do have a little bit of a height differential to the Pilots. The Foresters are a little bit smaller over on average than the Pilots. So So a smart strategy by Lawson as Morris charges towards the inline. This one gets moved out and gets around him. Morris with a good slide tackle. No call, and there it comes in late. Now, the interesting thing is Morris went down for the slide tackle, but he definitely had his jersey held on to. So it looks like, I thought it was a free kick. It actually will be a throw-in. So I thought they were calling a foul on Morris, but they did not. So I guess I have to agree with that one, Abdul. This one gets sent out, and
now
once
it's a
again,
throw-in.
maybe a mistake. Here comes Dice.
Yeah, not to recall. That's how they scored their last goal, eh?
Yes. So we'll have to see. The coach might be like, hey, just stop with the throw-ins. Just try to move it upfield. He's too good. He's too good for this. But he does have that arm. Right now, we have Fade standing middle of the goal. 4 pilots lined up right in front of him. Dice with a long throw in here. Going to be moved out. Looks like they're going to have Lighton has another opportunity. Moved out again. It's gets kicked in. Fade hits that one away, but here comes a corner.
That's great.
That was a good job there by Fade. Instead of knocking it down, he knew he was falling. He was way up there. That's another thing. Once again, going back to height differential, Fade's about a foot, maybe a little bit less to the crossbar. But here comes Garcia. Garcia sends a line drive in. Fade tries to flush it out of the air. It did not cross the line. Oh no! They're saying it did not cross the line. Fade is down, and they're going to give him a free kick. I think that might have crossed. I can't tell though. I gotta give good job to the official though. He was right there, unless his sight line. He was standing right next to the flag. So I guess he must have had a good read on it to confidently say it did not cross the line. This one gets moved around here and sailed out of bounds. Throw-in coming here, kicked up, and now the Foresters are on a chase. It's a 2-on-1, but Santiago was right there. This one gets moved out again. But I was saying, I gotta give credit to Fade. He was pretty much vertical.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty much vertical, and he said, I'm not gonna swat this down. I'll be down. I don't know where my guys are. He took it and almost grabbed onto it and flipped it over the bar. Over the crossbar, and they did give the Foresters that corner kick, but it gave him time to readjust, stand up, brush himself off.
Exactly, prepare for the corner.
Yeah. So it was a smart move by him to grab it and just throw it over. And time's still not a scarcity. 28 minutes remaining. Feels like the clock's ticking just a little bit slower than this one. And a foul called as the Foresters are going to get a free kick. Morris getting that one back quickly. And while time is absorbent, there's a lot of time left. I knew there was I was trying to use my thesaurus. I'm just really struggling right now. I was trying to use a big word, but there's a lot of time left, but still the Foresters want to move quickly. This one gets sent in. Dice is right there. He has Morris in the middle. That one gets kicked off. Junior was there. Good get. He gets clipped right there, and the late call, but it does come in because it appeared that Keegan Lee got bodied. He was right towards him, and it looked.
Get a stoppage of time here.
Yeah, Smith came and just plowed right into him, but Keegan Lee is up, but he went up and just hit him super hard. And this is more of a American football term, but defenseless. I think he was a defenseless player. Like he didn't see him coming. He was focused on the ball, and I think he even led with his shoulder.
Yeah.
This is world football, not American football, so you can't lead with your shoulder. You can't tackle. But right now, a line all the way across the top of the box. As DeConnick runs to the right side, sends this one in on a low kick, and Garcia just did not get that one high enough. But here comes a good opportunity. Gets tripped up. Fade's going to leave the box, but Lee's right there. Fade's going to fall on this one. Fade just fell on that one. He decided, I'm not going to try to kick it away or anything. And he launches this one. Great kick there. A far one, too. Headed off there by Erlinson. Now Lee here yet again. Moves this one up. DeConnick on the right side. It goes out of bounds. Good chase there by DeConnick. Dice gets it away from Junior, hits off a Lee and sails out of bounds again. But good job by Dice. He opened his legs just for a brief second. He went through, hit his leg, and got it out from under him. It did slide out of bounds, but he did stop his attack, and here it goes. This has been a matchup I've really enjoyed watching, Abdul.
Yeah.
Now Junior, he sends this one towards the middle. It misses him. Greenfield has a one-on-one right here, gets tripped up.
Great defense there.
It was a great defense. Morris has this one. And this one gets sent. It stays in bounds, and it goes. The flag goes up. He was
also
offside.
Throw in here for
Throw-in.
Pilots. Oh, I'm wrong.
It's a free kick. A surprising free kick. It must have called a foul or something. I wasn't sure what they were calling, but here comes a free kick. This one's coming. Long kick here in the air and just misses about everybody. It was a little too high for anybody to go up and realistically get a header. 26 minutes remaining. Once again, I've said it a few times, but a relatively slow 10 minutes where the Foresters have to start up in the tempo just a little bit. This one gets sent up. Morris has to watch the offside, but Fade's just going to let this one bounce right to him. Morris pressures him and picks it up. This one gets moved up here. Now Junior has this one on the left side, tries to get around, sends it one back, has a good look here. That one's just gonna go way too high. Substitution now, looks like, yep. DeConnick is gonna take a seat. So Alexander can come into this one. 25 minutes remaining now. And another short kick. Just a smart move there as Erlinson's going to take this one. Now we're playing some high ball. Dice going to go for this one. Decide not to go up for it, but Junior has now a one-on-one with Lee and Greenfield. Junior tries to get it around. Lee stops him, and good job by Lee slowing down there, but Junior has it back. Lee steals it. Now it's on the foot of Nunez. Kicks it way to the right side of the box. Headed off. Pilots still have an opportunity. Kicked up and call, and it's going to be a free kick. Now Greenfield has this one. .23 minutes remaining now. Kicks this one up, moved around here. Now the Pilots are back in possession. No Ding has this one, moves it over. Have a Pilot down. They're not stopping play quite yet. This one sails out of bounds, and now we will get a stoppage of play. This game. It's been chippy, and there's been a handful. Chippy. There's been a handful of injuries. And that is Barkin, who was down, which would be huge for the Pilots. It's going to be. And Barkin is up. He's stretching out. And now we're getting a throw-in for the Pilots as soon as time resumes. And now a throw-in. Actually, well, they're going to throw it to the Foresters. Probably a show of respect for kicking the ball out of bounds, letting the clock stop for their injured teammates.
Yeah.
Moved in here, gets tangled up, a couple players down. Morris had a good read on that one, tries to get it around him. Morris, they're going to kick that one back to Fade, but Morris did have a good read on it. Morris is going to go up there. It's going to be sent to the right side of the field. Garcia tried to get there, but it was taken away. Good kick here to Lee. Sends it up to Morris. Morris going to have to get it around. He sends it to Lee again. A little bit too much power. This one's going to go way up to Fade. Fade's going to snatch it out of the air against his usual swatting it away. And I said this was going to be a battle of two great keepers. I honestly didn't expect 5 goals in this game so far. I thought it'd be a 1 or 2 goal game overall. This was a little surprising to me, but just some good offensive opportunities have let this happen.
Ooh.
Ball moved up here. Garcia might have tripped over the grass. Good head there from Morris. Got to take this one. It was a great header there from Dice. Moving the ball upfield though. Pilot's coach is telling everyone to start pushing downfield. Don't play so much defense. It's not quite what they said, but get downfield and quit passing the ball around midfield. This one goes into the box. Missed opportunity there though. As an attempt to clear it out of the box, it goes back to the Pilots towards the end line. Clear it out again. The Force is going to have to just move this ball as the Pilots have this one again. Looks like they're going to try to take a shot here. Slide tackle, multiple slide tackles missed. And the Force clear it again, but it goes right back to the Pilots. Kicked in there. Here's Junior. Junior's trying to get it around Dice. And Dice kicks that one out of the end line, and it will be corner kick. Another huge corner right here. Not a lot of corner kicks for the Pilots so far today, so the Forces are going to have to respond to this. Line drive right there. Forces going to try to clear it for the final time here. The official gets out of the way, and the Forces finally get it away from the box as Alexander sends this one up to Erlinson. Good slide there from Barquin. Barquin sends it across midfield. They're trying to move it around here. Now we're sitting the 25th minute, 20 minutes remaining. This is going to be an exciting 20 minutes of soccer and an intense one at that, Abdul.
Tell me about it, Carson.
Going to move this one up. It sails. It looks like it went out of bounds across the end line. And no one actually just went after it. I think both teams were kind of taking a break there, so Greenfield gets a goal kick opportunity. Ollie Ardle coming into this game now. This one gets sent over. Once again, a relatively short free kick. Foresters know that this is a team that can intercept the ball in midair very well. Good charge there by the Pilots. That one kicks out. They're calling for the handball. I think both sides are calling for the handball. Both sides call for the handball, and then both sides called for the throw-in. Looks like the Foresters will be the recipient of the throw-in. This game's far from over for either squad, actually, but...
What I'd say is, Carson, the Foresters need to read the ball a lot better. When they're making those open passes down the field, they have to do a better job.
Greenfield takes this one, knocks it down, and they're going to clear this one. Gets it away from the end line, too, so that helps out quite a bit.
Great defense there from Erlingson. But again, though, as I was saying, Foresters need to read the ball better, going down for the offensive opportunities. Great save there.
Greenfield decided against letting that one getting a goal kick. This one sails out of bounds. I think he just wanted to hop on and get the game moving a little bit, pick up the tempo. He knew if there was going to be a goal kick, he was going to have to launch it just a little bit short on a tap and then try to get it downfield that way. And so I think he thought maybe the throw would just be a little bit easier. This ball gets moved up towards midfield. Good slide tackle there from the Pilots. Moved upfield now. Looks like the Forces are on a chase yet again. Pilots calling for the ball, and they get it. Header there. Another Pilot throw-in. 17 minutes. Now the clock is ticking quite a bit. This ball moves. Junior is there, gets it around, but that will be a throw-in for the Foresters. Long kick across field there. Stanford is back in. He gets checked there. Sends this one into the box. Foresters clear it. Back out to Erlinson. Erlinson sends this one up. There's Ardle with it. This one sails. Pilots keep that one in bounds barely. Stanford charging the box here. Dice is going to take this one, being pressured by Barkin. Cross field. Lighton had that one. Good game pass there between the two. Now we're playing some high ball here. That one sails. Garcia has a read on it. It's going to be headed away. Stanford gets that, lets that one sail away from him. Forces are there to grab that one. Here's Stanford now. Sends it into Garcia. Garcia's going to tap that one in. And now Stanford has this one. Kicks it across to Ardle. Just a little bit too far, but Ardle still inside the box. Sends it towards the end line, headed out. This one gets kicked away here. Stanford kicks that one. Dice gets it away. Good job by Camden Dice there to clear that one. I think it's unfortunate about the throw-in, but if he would have not cleared it, the Pilots might have had a one-on-one all the way to Greenfield. Moved up here. Here comes Ardle. Ardle gets a little push off there. And Stanford gets a little bit too much of shin, and that's a stop. Minutes remaining now, Abdul.
Yeah, Carson. I mean, this has been a great battle on both sides.
Now the Pilots kind of getting adjusted here. Low kick there, and good job by Stanford. What a slide tackle! This one gets moved up. Ardle on a chase. That one gets a high ball there. Going to be moved towards the box, headed away. For Pilots still in possession. Stoppage of play. Looks like the Pilots are going to get a corner kick. But a Forester and a Pilot went down, and they both appear to be a little shaken on that one. I didn't quite see who it hit off of, though, Abdullah. It's hard to pinpoint exactly. I thought it hit a Pilot at first, but they're going to call this corner kick a crucial one at that. This is an important timeout, and hopefully both players are okay, but now both teams are kind of getting adjusted. 3 Foresters are going to be subbed in here, so we're going to get some fresh blood out on the field.
I mean, we'll see for sure here, Carson. I mean, that's like 2 cars driving straight at each other. They're not going to come out the same.
Yeah,
It's hard to really tell who initiated the foul or who
if there even was like an official foul.
Exactly. I mean, personally,
and that was one thing. I feel like the Pilots started calling for a foul when both players were on the ground, and I think I saw maybe a couple Foresters, but the other 10 Pilots were calling for that penalty there. I think they were hoping that it was close enough to the box or in the box to the point where they could get a PK against Greenfield.
Yeah, something, right?
But both players are able to walk off the field on their own strength. That's always good to see. Looks like Josh Jones was one of the ones involved in the contact. And that's one thing about soccer. Sometimes it gets a bad reputation for some of the more extreme flopping that goes on, and
Yeah.
especially on the world stage, more or less, because that's, most of the average American usually watches soccer maybe a handful of times when the World Cup comes around, and so they see these flops. But that, like you said, those were two cars just steaming at each other, looking directly into the sun, trying to identify this little white ball. And so this really is a tough man's game.
Yeah, you're not lying.
It's tough man's and tough women's game. My apologies.
Seems like it's going to be a corner kick here for Bethel.
It will be a corner kick. Now Greenfield standing on the right side of the goal. This is huge. This could, if the Pilots can capitalize here, clock continues to run. 13, 14, 30, some remaining. 14:30 remaining. This one gets headed away. Greenfield didn't have to. Couldn't quite see where it was there for a minute. I was worried that Greenfield couldn't either. That one goes over towards the end line and off a header. Good job there by Dice and Erlinson. They saw Greenfield was out. He was preoccupied. They moved towards the they moved towards the line, and they formed a tandem, and they knew that if they could get down and avoid their hands, they could stop a goal from there. Great job, but 14 minutes remaining, and the Foresters have to start playing with some urgency here to get the equalizer. This one gets sent in here. Moves the ball around, middle of the pitch now. Back towards midfield, out to the wing. On a chase of Smith. Smith trying to get it around here, not quite there. Stanford goes for that one. And good job by the Foresters there. Stanford has this one. He has Artle in the middle. That one gets taken away. Stanford got thrown off his groove a little bit, if you will, off his beaten path. 13:13 remaining now. Now the clock seems to be ticking a little bit faster. Pilots moving the ball towards the box. Kicks that one away. Now they're going to move towards midfield. They're set. Nope. Foresters did not have a striker back there, so now the Pilots have the opportunity just to play defense for a minute, play a game of pass. They're going to move this one back, but now they're just moving a little bit of a kicked it up here. That one's now another great kick. Moved around header there. Like I said, Abdul, you can see the shadow there. It's not too much of a shadow, but if you get in there, and you're gonna have to change your vision rapidly.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it'll interfere with too much more of the field. This one gets moved around here. 12 minutes remaining now. Pilots trying to move towards the box. They do. Good job by the Foresters to block that one. Got to save it before it goes to the end line. That will be a corner. And then the Foresters clear it yet again. The Pilots are still in control. And Abdul, you said it. They need to be careful. And right here, they have the ball. This is the time where you can't, do that. Get an interception. You got to be a little more careful with your ball control. Pilots storing the box. Gets a one-on-one with Greenfield. Gets tripped up. No call. Couple Pilots wanting a PK. Not going to get it. Still moving the ball around. Cleared again. And intercepted by the Pilots. Good read there. That was a great job right there by Jackson, getting the ball away from Junior. Good kick there. Greenfield's going to have an easy save as he dives on that one. So 11:15 remaining. And right here, the Foresters have to get it near the box and put pressure on Fade in this Pilots defense. And that's exactly what they're going to try to do here. They try to split the defense. Fade is going to call the dogs off. He kicks that one away. They pressured him there, but the ball still got to him. So that gets him off his feet a little bit. That gets him back in the game, but the Foresters are going to have to be careful with the ball this final 10 minutes. And this is when the Foresters really do play best. 4 Foresters, including Morris, DeConnick, Garcia, and Dice, are waiting on the rating right now. And Coach Lawson has a tendency to do that. He puts his bench out. The Pilots haven't done that too much. He has his bench out right now, or a good majority of them. He has Stanford out there for some veteran leadership, and he's gonna when the time comes, he's gonna send those guys in. They're gonna be fresh. They've had their water. They've cooled. I mean, they were always cooled down, but they were So, and they're going to be fresh and ready to make a push, and that's what's worked very well for the past. Dice has this one. I apologize, Dice is in the field. I misread the number across field, but this one's a good kick here. Stanford's going to try to get a good read on it. He almost does. Got to be careful here. This one's going to be kicked in. Fade takes that one. Oh, just over the post.
Slightly. I mean, the fans are very, of course. And we talk about anxiety when we talk about Huntington Foresters.
Yeah.
The fans feeling it now.
Yeah, you can sense kind of the you see the eyes move towards the clock all the time, but now here comes Garcia, here comes Morris. These are the guys you want on the field in this situation, Abdul. Fade directing traffic. Fade sends this one. Long kick there. Good header there. Stanford with another header gets pushed down, and there's a foul right there. And the whistle sounding. I think the officials looking for now we have a stoppage of play. He's calling someone in. I think that might be a yellow, Abdul.
Will it?
It might be, or a discussion, or he is getting talked to. He has the pointer finger out, Abdul. So I think he had the pointer finger and he kind of gave him a little motion. I think it was almost a knock it off or something. I think he's lucky to avoid a yellow out of that one. Long kick here. This is where the Foresters play best. Garcia has this one. Lighton has a good read here. Tries to get it around. Over to Garcia. Gets it up there. Morris has a good header. Fade is going to have a good read here. Knocks it out. And no Foresters there to take it. Here comes Lighton. Gets a slide tackle down. And a golden opportunity for the Foresters. Just missed. Dice has this one. Gets sent all the way across field to Barkin. Headed away now. Foresters have to be careful here. Here comes Stanford. Stanford passes a light tap to beautiful ball to DeConnick. Way across field. Alexander tapped that one. And I think DeConnick is down. They're going to play on. Stanford has Garcia. They're going to move this one across the box. Tipped away here. This one's going towards the end line. It would be that one gets kicked out the corner right there. The play will stop because DeConnick is down, but that's a corner. Like you said, Abdul, this game is chippy. DeConnick on his feet now.
Yeah.
Might have just got a little bit too much ankle there. That happens. It's tendency. Good job by the official there. He's been very respectful today. Just, when players are hurt, he makes sure they're all right. Kind of consults them. I've seen his hand around the back of a handful. DeConnick going to be late for this corner, but it could get sent way too far over. But Lighton will be there. Foresters have basically another corner here. This one gets sent towards the end line. Fade takes this one, jumps on it. That's Fade's going to go for the goal kick here. Morris pressuring him. Now about a 3-on-1 here. Pilot's going to readjust, and Greenfield has a 1-on-1 with Barquin. Sends this one in. Greenfield blocks it down, and that's a corner kick. So both teams getting a corner kick. Great read there by Greenfield. A wonderful read by Greenfield. He got it. The corner wasn't his ideal situation right there, but that was a 1-on-1 against a dangerous player.
Most definitely.
Corner coming here. Not a lot of pilots right there. That one gets kicked away. And here comes DeConnick. That one's going to sail out. DeConnick keeps that one in. It was inbounds, and then DeConnick tried to do some fancy footwork and sent it backwards. 6:56 remaining. Pilots in no rush right now to grab that ball. The fans incredibly upset. They felt like he was walking just a little bit too slow. The ball boy went across the track to get the ball that was blocked by Greenfield. But then he kind of just stepped, and then a baseball player walked about half the way he did and got it. Moore's going to charge this one. Fade was there. Jomo just not having the good read on it. He would have had a wide open net. So a couple fans were a little bit upset that he might have been just walking a bit too slow and not, that's strategy. I'll give him that, but Now he's going to pick up the pace a little bit. So a couple fans were calling for that delay of game. He gets tripped up. They're going to call that. It will be a free kick for the Pilot. Forester fans telling the Pilots to, pick up the speed a little bit. You can get a delay of game card, so you don't want to, fiddle around, if you will, but you want to take your time. There's ways to exploit it just a little bit, but still got to be careful. This one gets moved around here. Long kick here. Stanford takes this one. Going to be moved around here. Stanford's going to try to get there. Good read by him. Will be kicked away, though. Here comes Noding. Noding trying to move the ball up. Gets it past Lighton. Back to Noding. Moves it around here. The Pilots, this one gets sent in. Blocked away. Headed off. Noding's going to take this one. He was... Offsides, yes he was. Noding kicked that one away. Greenfield went to pick it up, and he kicked it away from him. Moves the ball up here. Pilots will let that one bounce. Under 4 remaining now. This is a team that can score in a moment's notice. Noding through that. Noding is going to chase this one down. It's out of bounds now. Forester's having to make something happen. It's been a while since we saw a lot of scoring there early. Morris going to take this one, gets a good read on it. Morris going to try to get around 2 different defenders. That one's get kicked out, and there's going to be a Forester throw-in. Here comes Dice. A weapon. That's the Forester's secret weapon, and what can he do here with 3:53 remaining? He lines up in lane 4, sends this one way into the box. Garcia's going to try to head that one, gets moved around. Here comes Arnold. They kick it over to DeConnick. DeConnick sends the one in, way too high. That'll be a goal kick. Fade looking for a ball. He has it on the. He called for a throw, but it was on the other side of his net. 3:28 remaining. This the Foresters are playing quite well in clutch time right now. So this is where it's going to be determined right now. As Fade takes this one. Good header there. And Noding has a good read. He has a one-on-one with Greenfield. Good job of the Forester defense to get there immediately. Throws him off its track. And that one goes away. Greenfield gets a good read on it. 3 minutes remaining. Greenfield picking up the pace now. As is this entire Forester squad. Lighton has this one. Sends it back cross field. Good kick up field here. Alexander has this one. He sends it back to Stanford. Stanford has Garcia at the center field. He's going to take it. Garcia hits that one away. Garcia sends this one into Alexander again, outside the box. Alexander trying to get around gets kicked in the end line, and that one gets cleared, but once again, here comes Camden Dice with a little bit of urgency. Dice is going to take this one. This is how they got their goal last time. This is how they got their second goal of the day. Here comes Dice, wasting no time. 2:10 remaining. Long throw in here. Going to be headed off. Pilots get that one. Lions got to go for it. It gets an awkward bounce and does not get the amount of power he needs on that one. Pilots now back on offense. DeConnick comes. There's a great slide tackle there from DeConnick. Pilots calling for something. I don't know what. Gets moved around here. Moving upfield now. 1:45 remaining. Foresters haven't played great like this lately. Back to Lighton. Over to Arnold. It's going to be kicked across field to Dice. Dice has wide open field. Morris and Stanford cross. Good kick there. It's going to go to Morris. Morris gets that one intercepted. Dice has it again. 1:30 remaining. Gets sent up. Alexander trying to get around the defense. Going to be short here. Throw in here to Dice. Dice got to get around the defense here. They're going to try to clear that one. They're going to try to keep it away from the end line. They do. 1:15 remaining. Here comes Alexander on a low kick. And Arnold has an awkward read on it. They get it cleared. 1:09 remaining. as he gets checked there. Whistle sounds, and that'll be a free kick for the Foresters. And there's a stoppage of play. He kicked the ball away while they were waiting. That's a yellow for him. Here comes a free kick now. That was a good jet read there by the official. That yellow will be on Barkin. Forrester went to take the free kick and he hit it away from him, trying to avoid the clock. And that's just that's a little. If the Forrester did that, I feel like the same way. But that's a dirty move at this point in the game. But Greenfield's going to take this one himself. Greenfield's going to, the clock starts ticking now, 56 seconds remaining. Long kick here, going to be kicked away now. Stanford, how they get that one cleared again. Here comes Iconic, sends this one to the right side, going towards the inline. It's hitting slowly, and there it goes. It's going to be a throw in here. The ball boy was right there. The Pilots decided to start running away from it. The ball boy was right there. He offered him the ball and he decided to go to the edge of the track. Throw in here. That one gets sent out. Forces have a throw in. Here comes Dice. 39 seconds remaining. Dice having to get adjusted quickly, as this entire Foresters. Here comes Dice. This is huge. Fade getting up. Long throw in here. Awkward placement, gets around Fade. Fade lets that one just in front of him. Fade's laying there. He's letting it. 23 seconds remaining. He's going to have to kick this one. Forces are going to have to hurry up. 18 seconds remaining. Fade sends this one. Low ball here. Here comes Dice. And Dice misses it. It stays in bounds. And that 10 seconds remaining now. This one's going to be cross field now. And it looks like the Foresters, as Barkin takes this one, Greenfield gets the save. And Greenfield's going to try to punt this one off. But the Foresters come away. The Pilots snap a 5-game losing streak against the Foresters. And the Foresters lose in heartbreaking fashion. Foresters a little bit confused. And Abdul, what was your impressions of the game today?
It was a heartfelt battle on both sides, and of course, I say both teams as the winners in my group.
Yeah,
so,
that was a great
I can't
game.
Complain.
That was a great game, and the Foresters just had a good offensive attack. As I said it, Fade is one of the best keepers in the Crossroads League, if not the country, and he showed it today, as both goalkeepers did. Just an awkward bounce.
Yep.
I think the Foresters caught a handful of just awkward bounces that just did not go their way. The opportunities kept coming for the Pilots, and an overall a game that I think that the Foresters are going to have to learn from as we go into tournament time.
Yeah, for sure. Foresters and Bethel and Pilots did a great job today. Just a great game on both sides. Ultimately the Pilots came up on top, but Foresters again played a great game. To be able to even score 2 goals and have some extra knocks on the door. That's impressive, man. That's really impressive.
It was a great game and good performances from Jordan Morris and Camden Dice and Gabe Greenfield and so many others who just played their hearts out, and they did not stop. You saw that Greenfield had a one-on-one, picked it up with like a second to go and tried to punt it off. I don't know if he saw the clock or not, but that shows heart from him. He saw it. He knew that there was a little time left, and I think he might have heard the countdown, but he punted that one off. And now this is going to have to be a learning experience for this Forester team. And it's almost tournament time of duel. And like I said, we don't know if that game against the Wildcats of Indiana Wesleyan is coming. So this might have been it before the tournament. But right now, like I said earlier, it's going to be right now the Wildcats are in second. The Wildcats are in second in the Crossroads League. This will bring the Pilots up to 7-1-1. The Foresters are 7-2-2. So I know I said a little bit earlier that's a little bit frustrating when you've played the more games, but right now the Pilots do on paper have a better record than the Foresters, and so the Crossroads League is going to be really interesting to see come tournament time. But we want to thank you all so much for joining us today on FDN Sports. We want to thank our director, producer, graphics designer Miranda, and my good friend Justin on camera today. We were out here for both games, and we love doing it. So for Carson Watkins, Abdul Kamara, HU Men's Soccer on FDN Sports.